want you to be very, very safe, because when there's a warning out, that means there's could be a tornado somewhere in that warning box. And even if you're on the outskirts of this warning box here, which includes all of Warren or all of Allen County, it's Allen County that's under the tornado warning. Even if you're on the northern fringe of this warning, there's still that potential for a tornado spin up. But really right now we're kind of focused in on this area from Red Hill down to New Row, around the Pleasant Ridge Church area, Rodimer. That's where we're dealing with some of that more significant rotation. So right now we're at 12:38. And the morning is due to expire in about 7 minutes here, but we're going to hang with you. We're going to get you through this. Again, Allen County, stay in your safe zone. Again, we're really focused in on these areas of rotation here, and I think we just got a new radar update. If we can move the radar. Okay, so now near the Adolphus area, that's where we do have that potential for a little bit of extra rotation. So this is along 482 into southern. Again, this is southern Allen County. So even if you're over there towards the Forest Springs area, I want to stay in your safe zone right now. But Adolphus right now, we're noticing some of that rotation when you see the greens next to the reds. This is high up in the atmosphere, but it's still significant enough to where we may be facing that potential for a tornado on the ground. Dana, we don't have any reports of any tornadoes, do we?
Right. I have not received any reports of any tornado on the ground or any reports of damage so far. But once again, I do have a lot of folks that are in Bowling Green very worried that they are under that tornado warning. The warning that was for the very southeastern portion of Warren County has expired and moved out of the area. Everybody that is in Warren County and in Bowling Green is good to go to bed. All of the severe weather risk is now over.
So, yeah, we had, I guess, an issue with the sirens. This is the reason why we always emphasize don't necessarily rely just on the sirens, because we can have instances like this.
We're gonna have 40s out, I guess.
Of Allen County, and especially around the Adolphus area, to take cover, stay in your safe zone right now. This is about to move over into Tennessee. This is the Allen County, Tennessee line here. So if you're actually watching us in Tennessee over there towards Turner Station, or even the Barefoot area, Rocky Mound, be aware that we don't have a tornado warning for you guys, but there's certainly some heavy rotation, significant rotation coming out of Kentucky, about to move on over into Tennessee. Can we get a look at that composite radar again?
Yes.
Because I've been actually finding that it is showing almost better structure than what I'm seeing on just regular Doppler. And while you're doing that, let me take a sip of water really quick here.
Yes, well, just to give some people some peace of mind, mainly for those folks that are positioned I-65 and point to the west for this evening, your severe weather threat is pretty much over as we look throughout the rest of the evening. Bowling Green, looking into Munfordville, parts of Beaver Dam, as well as Lewisburg, Russellville, Hopkinsville, even into Edmond, Elkton, as well as Greenville, Central City. You are all good to go to bed into Litchfield as well. That severe weather risk has decreased as that cold front has now lifted below your area for tonight.
And it's interesting looking at this this warning right now into Allen County. I was pointing out Adolphus, where there is certainly a significant area of rotation. You guys, I don't even think are technically under the tornado warning. It's like you're kind of on the fringe of it, but it looked like we were getting some rotation. And right now, Scottsville, much of Allen County, I think the tornado risk is starting to go down a little bit more. We certainly still have this area is kind of leading, this is the leading edge of the storm here, and there's certainly still some twisting motion in here as it continues to move on into Tennessee. But we're at 12:42 right now. We're going to give it the next 3 minutes. And if this warning is allowed to expire and we don't have another one issued for Tennessee, I think we'll be able to wrap up our coverage here. But Dana, if you can zoom out a little bit more want to give folks an idea of also what's heading for you in Tompkinsville, because we still have some very nasty weather over your way into Monroe County. If you can kind of kick the radar into motion here, and I give folks an idea, you can see towards Fountain Run, you're dealing with some pretty nasty weather right now. But yeah, and this is another reason why this warning was issued. This is one thing you're noticing that's kind of interesting here. This moved really quickly to the southeast, and now with this, we're getting more of an easterly motion. So that's a sign that actually some of the rotation in this storm is aiding this a bit more to the east. And so we're not out of the woods just yet into Allen County. It looks like, yeah, the rotation may just duck just to the south of the state line here, so in this general vicinity, but still, even out there, if you're out there into eastern parts of Allen County, if we can get a really good zoom in, Dana, here on eastern parts of Allen County, I just want to point out a few areas. Amos, over there towards Amos, even into Acresville, Forest Springs, take cover, stay in your safe zone right now. Let this pass on by Forest Spring. We're in the tornado warning, and that continues for the next 2 minutes, but you're still dealing with some incredibly, your strong winds, maybe in excess of 60 miles per hour here. And for folks who may be in some of those manufactured homes, you may have noticed how they've been kind of rocking around, and a lot of times we tell you, you want to, get out and seek shelter somewhere else. At this point, hunker down where you're at. Get into the best location you can be, which is going to be an interior closet or just the lowest level of a home, away from windows, away from those outside walls. That's where we want you to stay. Hope you've been there since this warning came out. But Forest Springs right now, certainly dealing with some very nasty weather as we speak. I think it looks like, Dana, if you back the map out, the data issue a severe thunderstorm warning into Tennessee for this, it looks like. I think they did. So I think the Nashville Weather Service may be saying that we have a severe thunderstorm warning, or actually that looks like it's for that other storm. So right now there is no warning in Tennessee for this storm as it continues to move on. The heavier rotation, the more significant rotation continues to move on out of Kentucky into Tennessee. But it looks like the warning has expired, but we won't leave you just yet. We want to wait to see if there's maybe any sort of extra warning added for portions of Tennessee. It looks like they're probably just going to stick with the severe thunderstorm warning. So Scottsville, things are still very nasty. Really all of Allen County dealing with this nasty weather as the storm continues to race. In Monroe County, you'll still want to make sure that you are in at least a safe location. We don't have any sort of a tornado warning, but obviously we did have a tornado warning with this, and this storm is now moving your way, and the weather is going to still remain pretty nasty. We've got another round of storms coming for you guys. So some folks have just been dealing with multiple rounds of storms, and right now, yeah, we can see that we've just got that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Allen County, and that actually extends all the way back into Monroe County. And really for southern Monroe County, including Tompkinsville, we've got that warning in effect. But again, you can kind of see the motion of these storms. This is just really booking to the south. This is moving more so towards the east, and that's because some of that rotation in the atmosphere was able to kind of allow this to spin up just a bit. So this again is out there in Allen County. Here's Bowling Green, where we're looking good right now, and we've even just got a few lingering showers towards Franklin. And Dana, if you can expand the map once again further to the west, you can see that, yeah, all clear into Logan County. Butler County looks good for you guys in Ohio County, Muhlenberg County, Hopkinsville into Christian County looks good. Still the flood warning in effect for Munfordville, the flash flood warning in effect for Munfordville. We're also getting a little bit of a flooding around parts of Barron and Metcalfe County. We've got that flash flood warning in effect. So really right now, the bigger storms that we're watching here in Kentucky are down there into Allen County as well as Monroe County. So that once we get this out, that should wrap it up for us. But boy, it's been pretty rough for the last couple of hours here. We've just been dealing a lot of wind reports, a lot of folks without power. Do we have any of the latest numbers on that, Dana?
I will look at the current map and I will get back to you on numbers.
Okay. So we've had thousands of power outages really all across the area, and I'm expecting them to just increase into Monroe County, Allen County. Again, we're watching these nasty storms as they continue to move into southern, southeastern parts of Allen County, Monroe County. Things are starting to improve back there into Warren County. We've got one last little gasp of showers to be moving through Warren County, and things are also improving into Simpson County as well. So we will continue to see these storms track out of the state over the next 30 minutes to an hour here.
So those power outages from Warren RECC for Hardin County, there are 7 customers out. Ohio County has 1.8 thousand customers out. Grayson County has 5.4 thousand customers out. Hart County has 77 customers out. Butler has 5.7 thousand out. Edmondson has 7.4 thousand out. Warren has 5,000 out. And Barron has 480 customers out. So quite a few folks without power tonight.
And just the way it appears things are going on radar, if you could actually, if we kind of move the radar over there towards Allen and Monroe County, and the way these storms look like they are trending, they are continuing to kind of bolt towards the southeast here. Not seeing any additional areas of possible rotation, but still, these storms are affecting Scottsville and Tompkinsville. Those are 2 of the bigger cities between Allen and Monroe County. So you still got that potential maybe for some isolated hail and strong, potentially damaging winds. But the tornado threat right now looks like it has subsided a bit, and even the lightning detection, it is starting to go down just a bit, so there isn't a sign that these storms may be weakening, but we may also be dealing with some flooding as well. So with that being said, I think we're going to now be able to kind of break from our live coverage, feeling a little bit more confident that these storms are, yes, we've still got the severe thunderstorm warnings going for Allen and Monroe County, but the tornado threat seems like it has almost completely dissipated for us. So Dana, how long do these warnings go for Monroe and Allen County?
I will take a look at these warnings one more time. So we did have those severe thunderstorm warnings for that area until 1:30 a.m. Central Time. So about 40 more minutes on those over there.
All right, so we still have 40 more minutes, but we will give you brief updates on Facebook. We'll still stay here until the storms have expired, but if we would, for some reason something else would pop up, we would let you know right away. But it appears just how these storms are trending now, it looks like the tornado risk should be subsiding. And I think what happened before is as this line was moving to the south along one little boundary, this storm hit that boundary. And when these storms hit what we refer to as boundaries, or areas in which the wind is changing direction, that's what can get it to spin up. But now I think that's far enough to the south where we wouldn't have any additional spin-ups as these storms continue to depart the state. So hang tough still if you're in Tompkinsville, Monroe County, and in Allen County. The storms are starting to maybe lose some of their lightning flashes, which is a good sign. A little bit of weakening, but we still have some very heavy rain and likely some very strong winds. But with that being said, for Dana, for David, we're going to send it back to regular scheduled programming, and we will end this Facebook Live, but we will continue to bring you updates as these severe thunderstorms continue to kick out of the area.
It's 20 David to command. We've reached the forward deck.
There should be a stairway just left of where you are.
Access to the bridge is 3 flights out.
20 David, roger that.
Thanks. That was a detective at the house. He said the Pope brothers run